I did say that I want to do a book report. Um, and of course, the title says it all. You're never weird on the internet. Almost. So I tried to act weird. I hope you got that. Um, so this book is written by Felicia Day. It's about her life, her story on the internet, how she became known on the internet. Although maybe you don't know her, well, you just have to check it out somewhere. I don't know where, but there's always a link to it. Um, anyway, it's a very interesting book from many different perspectives. I find it fun to read because I'm kind of a nerd, geek, crazy, internet person. Um, but maybe, yeah, I don't know. Hmm, if you don't like these kind of books, then you read something else. But I like reading, so I like also people's lives. And she is kind of my age. She's born in the late 70s. So that is also something that I like to read. Although I do read many, many books of people with different ages. So it's sometimes they're younger, sometimes they're much older, sometimes they're dead centuries ago. You know, like reading the Bible, for example. Okay, Jesus is alive, yeah, but all the other people they went to heaven or someplace. That is another discussion that I can talk about sometime, but not now. Anyway, I just wanted to read a little bit from the book, just because he said something interesting. I was like, I like that. I like that. It's a point of view. And it's about Christianity. So that's the thing. Like she had some experience with that. She tells, for example, in the book that she's homeschooled, and my direct link with homeschooling is that's kind of a Christian thing to do, but she was not raised, or not was not the reason why she was homeschooled. It's quite a story. You better read it yourself, otherwise, I try to explain. I cannot really explain it. So anyway, so I just wanted to read a little bit, which is from a chapter that's called "Jesus Loves Me." So that's with exclamation mark. Jesus loves me. Mm. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. So there's a quote. So it's not a quote. It's a part of the chapter. I'm not going to read a whole chapter. You better buy the book because to get the whole context, you have to read the whole chapter or the whole book. But I just want to highlight a little bit that I liked. So anyway, so Jesus loves me. Saint Academy was the best school in the cosmopolitan town of Huntsville, Alabama. And I loved it, except that we had to attend chapel every day. I considered this hour a treat to my intellect because Mom always said, I don't want you and your brother becoming a Deep South Bible thumper. I took her warning literally. A woman named Mrs. Rosemary led religion class, and whenever she touched the Bible with the slightest velocity, I would fold my arms and scowl. No way, lady. You're not turning me into a thumper. The only thing that got me through the daily service was a big Jesus statue hung behind the church pulpit. I thought his face, although a little depressed about being up on the cross like that, was kind of hunky. So I sat there every day, tuning Mrs. Rosemary out like the trombones from the Peanuts cartoons, imagining me and JC cuddling in front of the television while we watched Family Ties or Scooby-Doo together. Sometimes we'd even go to Disneyland on our imaginary honeymoon. JC hated Goofy and loved the teacup ride the best, just like I did. We were the perfect pair in my dreams. But after a few months, my crush on Mr. Christ transferred to Mr. Hasselhoff from Knight Rider. And after that, I prayed to my ex-boyfriend's dad for anything to get me out of the daily religious misery. Miss Rosemary was not a good communicator. And whoever these John, Matthew, and Judas people were, they were not having a good time. How could I escape? So, anyway, that's part of it. So I found it interesting. She had a crush on Jesus, right? Although, okay, I have long hair and a beard, doesn't mean I'm Jesus, but anyway. I found it interesting. So, the whole books, if you read it, tells about what she's been accomplishing. Like first in school, first homeschool, then in college and doing really, really, really well. Kind of like oh, she works so hard. And then she is not really using what she studied, and she goes to Hollywood to become an actress, and that also has certain ways. Goes like this all the time, so that's not really fulfilling in a way. But yeah, then in the end, she starts up her own series. She started writing, and something happened, and people picked it up and recognized something in her that well, anyway, you have to read the book if you want to get to really know what happens. But in general, I find it a really good book. I really enjoy it. So take a good look at the title. There it is. And well, that's it. Hope you enjoy. If not, don't watch me anymore. Or anyway, I probably will read more books and present it to you. I'm reading another one right now here about movies, which is a very thick book, so that takes me some time to read, to digest. So, but I'll probably also find some easier books. I read C.S. Lewis the other day in just 3 hours. Small book, very complicated, called The Abolition of Man. But I'm not going to do that one because you can read it yourself. So, see you later. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.